YouTube? What's going on, guys? Today I have a money making guide for you guys. Now this money making guide does have some requirements, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what this guide is about. This is a Barrows guide, so pretty much in this guide I'm gonna show you guys the requirements, the quests, the gear, the inventory, the paths, the brothers, the tunnels, and the puzzles. Everything that you need to know about Barrows, hopefully in a short little guide. Now keep in mind, if I miss something, let me know in the comments and I will tweak or tell you what you need to know in the comments. So, this is going to be my personal setup for Barrows. Now you can change this any way you want, but this is my personal setup. But before I get into the setup, let me go through the requirements and the quest requirements that you need to go to Barrows. Now, definitely required stats would probably be at least, and I mean at least, 60 plus all stats, as in combat stats. Now, that's not recommended whatsoever. I would definitely not go with Rune or Dragon armor to Barrows. I would definitely bring Barrows armor. And for that, you're going to need 70 plus attack and defense. Now, strength should go along with that and be 70 plus also. Mage, the higher mage you have, the better you will hit, because we are using the trident method. We are not using barrage. We are not using any of that crap. We are using the trident, which is kind of expensive, but you can make your money back in the Barrows minigame itself. So, pretty much, definitely recommended would be 70 plus attack, strength, defense, mage, and HP. Now, with that out of the way, we can go over to the quest requirements. There's only one quest that you really need to do, and that would be In Search of Myreque. The reason you want to do In Search of Myreque is because you get a quick path and tunnel to Barrows itself, so you don't have to run and lose your food during the whole maze sort of dealio, and I would just not recommend it. So definitely do In Search of Myreque. Now, I would also recommend you have a house teleport in your inventory, and in your house I would definitely recommend you have a canifis, or a corral, I think it is. Corral teleport in your house, because from that you could just go to your house, go to corral, which is right where I'm standing. You'll spawn in this bank place, and then just run to the bank. It's very easy. I think it's called corral. I could be wrong, but if not, you just want the cannabis teleport that will spawn you here. Now, I'm not sure if you need a quest requirement for that, but I know you need a mage level for that. I think it's 70. I'm not sure. Do not quote me on that. If it is, I'm sorry. I just can't remember for the life of me. But definitely recommended to have that. So, gear setups. Now, the reason I'm wearing Guthans is because it's the most efficient. And by efficient, I mean you can heal yourself. So then you don't need to bring as much food. You just need to bring more prayer pots. So you would last a lot longer with Guthans than you would, let's say, Rune or Myreque or Corrals or something like that. Now keep in mind, if you cannot afford Guthans, then degrade where you need to. So you can bring Corrals or Myreques or something like that, but keep in mind it won't be as efficient. Now you can go with Rune. You can. It's been done before. A lot of noobs do it. It's just not recommended because you're spending more money on the food than you are making at Barrows. Keep in mind, this is a luck-based minigame, and it's not very good as being consistent. You won't get consistent drops. It just happens at a random. So, if you can't afford Guthans, don't worry about it. Bring something you can afford. I use the Amulet of Fury because it's amazing, and so on. And if you can't afford it, bring a Glory or maybe an Amulet of Strength. And I'm wearing a Zamorak cape to show you guys. You can get this easy just by going to the Mage Arena in the Wildy and just doing that mini game, and you get this. You just get a God Cloak, and it's easy, and it's free. So that's why I'm wearing this, and I usually always wear this. I don't need the Fire Cape. I can hit decently enough, so there's really no point in a Fire Cape for me, personally. Trident of Seas, definitely recommended, because you have a lot of charges and you hit very fast, very consistent, and it just speeds up your trip overall. Over here, sorry about that, whoa. And over here I have the Crystal Shield, which definitely recommended because it's not a DFS, it's not a Dragon Square, it's in between those, and it's only about 900k, 700k if you do the quest. Now the quest, don't quote me on it, I cannot remember, but it is after you do, let's see, it's the Elven quest, that's all I can remember. Oh, Roving Elves, it's Roving Elves that you need to do, and you gotta do a couple quests to do this, so definitely kind of an upper requirement for you low levels. Just bring maybe a defender or Runescape, I'm not sure, whichever that you would want. So gloves, definitely Barrows gloves for higher levels. If you're not a higher level, bring whichever gloves that you can wear, doesn't really matter too much. Down to boots, you can bring whichever boots you freaking desire. I bring dragon boots because they're dragon boots. I don't need infinity boots. I don't need to up my mage bonus. There's no point. And oh my god, Molly, bitch got fucked up. So as I was saying, whichever boots you could desire, dragon boots are just the easiest for me. And if you can't afford dragon boots, just bring regular boots. It doesn't matter too much. Now, the ring. Definitely recommend you bring a Ring of Life, because if you aren't paying attention, it will save your life. Just keep it in mind. Now, you can bring a Berserker ring or whichever ring you would like. I personally bring a Ring of Life. You don't need any ammunition unless you're using the Black Salamander, which definitely, if you're a lower level and you can't afford the Trident or any of this, I would definitely recommend you bring the Black Salamander with Hairland or Tar, but the only problem is it's very expensive and it's a lot slower than the Trident. So definitely hit out for the Trident. Now, keep in mind, this is my personal setup. So I'm going to arrange my inventory and I will be right back, and I will definitely tell you guys all about it and explain everything that I'm bringing. Now, as we see in my inventory, I have a whip, which definitely bring a whip because it will help you for the Corrales and the Aaron's boss, because those are both weak to melee, and it's definitely recommended, and the whip is pretty fast and will speed up those kills. As we see, next to the whip I have a Guthin Spear, and that is so I can heal myself in the tunnel so I don't waste some food. Now, I have two supersets here, or pure sets rather, and now you don't have to bring two. I choose to, but you don't have to. You can bring one of each, so just have one super attack, one super strength, and that'll free up 2 inventory spaces if you want. I also bring a super energy potion. Now that's just to run and get there and speed up trips. Also, spade. Definitely recommend it. If you forget it, I will show you guys a place to grab it very easily. Now, I have not many prayer potions. I have only 12 in my inventory here. Now, that's not as much as you would think you could bring with Guthins. Now, you can change up this inventory whichever way you want. This is just mine. Now, I have a little bit more sharks than I would need, so I could definitely ditch 2 or 3 sharks for 2 or 3 more prayer potions, but I like a neat inventory, and with that, it wouldn't be as neat. So change this up whichever way that you want. So down here, I have a Holy Wrench. The Holy Wrench pretty much keeps me 1 prayer potion dose. It gives me 1 prayer potion dose per sip of my prayer potion. So it's kind of recommended. It saves you some money out of your prayer potions. Also, I have a teleport to house, and that is because I can teleport to my house, go through my canvas portal, and go back to here, bank, and be done. Now guys, I'm going to show you the way that I get to Barrows. So, I keep my whip equipped. Sorry, I cannot talk today. Keep your whip equipped so then you're not wasting any casts on your trident, just in case you misclick. Now, you might lose 1 or 2 sharks during this trip, so I would kind of plan accordingly. Maybe bring 1 more shark than you would. Like, let's say if I was just bringing 3, just bring 4, just for the hell of it. Just in case you lose it, you're still not behind. So, starting from this bank here in Canifis, I'm going to run behind this inn, or the bar, rather. And now this is where the In Search of Myreque comes in, because now you can go down this trap door. And down this trap door, you can go through this cave entrance, and it's the wall. I have to find the wall. There it is, search wall, not cave entrance, I'm sorry. Go through the wall, run up. Now, if I misclicked on a rat, I would be wasting charges, so if I do misclick, I'll just be meleeing the shit out of him. And also, this is where your super energy can come in if you want. So you run to the end of this little cave here, and there's wooden doors. Now, once you're at these wooden doors, you need to be ready to run. Yeah, you need to be ready to run. So, be ready to run south and to this tree, climb up the tree bridge, and cross it. Once we do that, we're going to run to the right, and we're just going to run south some more until we see the boat. Now, the reason I use super energy is because I don't want to lose energy or walk in this general vicinity, because I will be losing some food. So, run to this boat, and this boat will take you down to the Shades of Morton place, where the roads are crossed, and you're pretty much right by a bridge. And now this bridge leads directly to Barrows. So just follow this path and it will bring you to Barrows. Here's Barrows right here. I'm going to run past Barrows though, so if you have forgotten your spade, do not fret, my child. Wow. Barrow, or Orion updated. That's cool. So if you have forgotten your spade, in this shed there are 2 spades, and I think there's crumbling tomb. So you could just grab a spade in there if you have forgotten it. Now, ignoring this Orion plugin because I've never had it before, but I'm going to go through my way of killing the Barrows brother in my order. So, first things first, when you first run into Barrows, go straight to your right, and you will climb on top of this hill and equip your Trident of the Seas, and this is Duroc, the Herrock. Right here, and it blanked it out, which is kind of weird, but that's kind of cool. So you're gonna want to keep your prayer up for this fight. So you're gonna climb down, be ready to push, protect from melee, and fight. That's all there is. Now watch your prayer. You do not want your prayer to run out, because he can one hit you. I think his max hit is only a 60, but it still kind of is scary. So it definitely recommended to make sure that your prayer is high enough. Now there will be a periodic face that will pop up and drain your prayer, and you kind of want to get outsmarted by him. You don't want to make a foolish mistake and drink your prayer potion before the face. So once the face pops up and your prayer is drained, just go ahead and drink right after the head has popped up, so then you're maximizing your prayer potions. Now keep in mind that kind of sounds dumb and very confusing, and I'm sorry for that, but I will try and show you what I mean. Now for Rack. He hits through your prayer, so don't worry if you get damaged a lot. Praying against him is not really recommended. I mean, you can do it, it doesn't really matter that much. I don't think it has an effect, because he hits through your prayer regardless, but I do it just because. Now this face, as you saw there, you want to drink your prayer potion if need be after the phase. So then you're maximizing your prayer potion doses. Now, as we finish from Reqs, we're going to run to the middle. Now this right here is Arams, and this is where you drink your first dose of your super attack and super strength. Now, as you see, I need to drink my prayer, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try and maximize it. Now, equip your whip or whichever melee weapon you want, climb down, protect from magic, and now he is my tunnel. And let me discuss tunnel. So after you killed all the Barrows brothers and you find your tunnel, keep that in mind. So now mine is Arams, it's in the middle, so just keep that in mind. If let's say your tunnels DH, just skip him and go to Myreque, and then so on. So from Arams, I usually go one back because this is also another melee brother, which is Barrows. So let's go ahead, climb down here, protect from range because he hurts if you do not, and just go ahead and go to town on him. Now, if you have a tunnel, like I said, just remember your tunnel, remember who you have, and just skip that brother. So I'm gonna go ahead, kill Barrows, and show you where we go from here. It's taking a little while. And that's where your higher melee stats come in, so you can hit them faster and harder. So now we're facing to the north. We're no longer facing towards the south. So from here, you're going to want to take a right and to Guthans. Now, keep in mind, you can do this one of two ways. You can either pray against him or don't. It doesn't really matter that much. He usually doesn't hit very hard, but since I have leftover prayer, mine as well. Now, if you had to drink previously, then just go ahead and pray against him. If you're a lower level, definitely pray against him if you don't have higher defense. Keep in mind, I'm 87, 90, 87, which I just got, which is kind of beautiful. So if your prayer runs out, just re-drink if you need to, if you're a lower level, or if you're just tanking it out, just go ahead and tank it out. If you have leftover prayer, definitely use it, because once you're in the tunnel, there is no prayer that you can use until you drink. So let's go straight across from here. Facing towards the north, you just run directly left and to Torag's. Now this guy, he can hurt if you get unlucky. So I don't choose to pray against him because right now I'm out of prayer, and he's my last brother that I need to kill before the tunnel, so I don't think there's a point. So I'm going to go ahead and tank him out. Even if he does hit me, I can heal in the tunnel with my Guthans. So now that Torag is down, I'm going to run back to my tunnel. I guess Orion highlighted my tunnel, so Arams, which is the middle, I'm going to go into my tunnel and go from there. So yes, I want to search, and yes, I'm fearless. Now, once we're down in the tunnel, it will look confusing. You have 4 doors, 4 different doors here. Now, you're going to want to find the one that's lighter, which is this one. This one is the lightest door, which means that you can open it. These you cannot, and it will just mix you up. So just find the door that is lighter than the rest and go through that door, because that's the only door you can go to. Also, definitely recommend you bring out your whip again, because you will be wasting trident specs or trident mage casts. That's what I was looking for. Now, down here is where kill count counts. Kill count counts. Sorry, that's a little tongue twister, but yes, kill count counts down here. Now, you can use 11 kill count, which Jagex has confirmed that you can use 11 to get any item. I like to use 14 just because I've always used 14, but 11 will do you just well. 14 won't maximize anything, but it's just kind of what I do. So anyways, we're going to run down here. Now, this is the tricky part. Now, you got to find out where your chest is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it's straight on. I'm not sure, and this is where it differs from player to player. Now, just run through these doors until you find a chest. And if you can't open the chest door, don't worry about it. You just need to find where it is. So as we see here, I got sort of unlucky. Arams kind of spawned out of nowhere. So I'm going to go ahead, kill Arams right here. I drank my prayer because tanking Arams is very dumb. He weakens you and he hits hard. I do not have anything to protect against him, so definitely recommended to drink your prayer. So as I'm still looking, I see my chest room. I see the chest. Now this is dignified by 4 torches, and that is where the chest is. Now, as you see, I got very lucky again. Here is my door. This is the door to go into the chest room, and you're going to have a puzzle. So if this isn't your door, just keep running around until you find your door. So once you get to your door, you're going to want to go ahead and go hit the puzzle, and I'll have a pop-up on screen to what the puzzle answers are. And I know I did that fast, and that was because it was getting attacked. There's nothing I could really do about it. But once you find the door, open it with the puzzle that corresponds to what puzzle you have. Now it is pretty easy puzzle, and I do need to heal, and that's where my Guthans comes in very handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and heal, and it's kind of dumb to be healing on a skeleton because they do hit you. But anyways, as we see, I'm healing here. Sorry about the voice cracks. I'm kind of talking in monotone because guides are supposed to be like very informative, and me talking like a retard doesn't help that. So once you go ahead and have your kill count, you're gonna want to run through the next door. Now I'm gonna get 14 just because, well, actually I guess not, it doesn't matter. As long as it's 11 plus, I wouldn't worry about it. So my inventory is full, and this is where compromise comes in. Now you can drop whichever items that you want for whichever item that you get. But anyways, so we're at the chest here. We have beaten the game and we are into the chest. Now, pretty much what you're going to want to do is open the chest. Now your Barrows brother might come out if he hasn't come out in the tunnel somewhere. So be ready for the fight, the final fight for the chest. Go ahead and open your chest. It will drop to the floor because my inventory is full. I'm going to go ahead and drop some stuff here because I don't need this. I'm going to go ahead and bank after this. But the runes are definitely recommended to pick up because they are very valuable. You can pick up the coins also and go from there. But anyways, I'm not going to have a full on thing with Barrows right now. I'm just showing you guys how to do it. So from there, you're going to want to retrace your steps to your ladder. So as we saw, I went and took a right. I'm going to go out, take a left, go straight. Now it will get confusing if you had to go through kind of like a maze to get to your chest, and I do understand that. It is sort of hard. If you are really stuck, just go ahead and teleport out. So anyways, retrace my steps, and I found my ladder. Go ahead, climb up that ladder, climb up the stairs, and now you can restart. So go from Reqs to Arams to Myreque to Barrows to Guthans to Torags. That's how it's done. Now I can't zoom in anymore on this map, but oh, maybe I can't. Nope, no I can't. So coming in, this would be Reqs, Arams, Myreque, or you can do this two ways. I usually go Arams after because I don't really, like I said, you don't really have to use prayer on Myreque, but whichever way that you would want, DH, Arams, Myreque, or DH, Myreque, Arams, Barrows, Guthans, and to Torags, and whichever tunnel that you have. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's my in-depth sort of guide on the Barrows minigame. Now, the reason I'm not doing any more is because I don't really need to right now. I just wanted to make this quick guide, and I'll probably go back because now I realize it was kind of dumb, but to drop my stuff. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this guide. If I left out anything, please let me know in the comment sections below, and I will definitely be able to answer it and help you guys out from there. And go ahead and give this video a like if you enjoyed this video. If not, then I don't blame you guys. So go ahead, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do whichever that you guys feel is necessary for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video that I make. So I will see you guys later. I know I said that already, but anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.